Every morning, she woke up with two voices. The first started talking before her eyes even opened. "You're already behind. You shouldn't have said that yesterday. You'll mess it up again." The second voice didn't say much. It just waited, like a quiet guest who never gets to sit at the table. For years, she thought the first voice was the truth. It sounded confident, certain, and cruel in a way that felt familiar. It knew her weak spots like old scars. At work, it whispered when she presented. At home, it commented when she rested. It never yelled, just dripped small doubts until her shoulders stayed tense even in her sleep. One night, she wrote in her journal, "I don't know who I am when that voice is quiet." And something strange happened. The quiet guest finally spoke. It didn't argue. It asked a question. "What if you spoke to yourself the way you speak to people you love?" She froze. Because she knew the answer, she would never talk to anyone that way. Not even to someone who hurt her. The next morning, the first voice was already awake. "Look at you pretending to change." But she did something new. She whispered back, "That's just a thought, not a prophecy." And for the first time, the voice hesitated. She named it, the critic. Naming gave her distance. Distance gave her power. Every time it spoke, she practiced the same pattern. Pause, breathe, label, replace. At first it felt fake, then it felt quiet, then it felt gone. Weeks passed. The quiet voice, the guest, began to speak more often. It didn't flatter. It reminded. It said things like, "You're learning. You're allowed to rest. You showed up today, that counts." One morning, she looked in the mirror and realized the silence wasn't empty anymore. It was peaceful. The critic still whispered sometimes, but now it had to share the room. She smiled, not because she believed she was perfect, but because she finally stopped believing the voice that said she had to be. That night, she opened her journal again. Next to the line she wrote weeks ago, she added, "I know who I am when that voice is quiet. I'm me." If this story found you today, try naming your inner critic. Don't fight it, just notice it. Label it. And speak to yourself the way you'd speak to someone you care about. Because that quiet voice inside you isn't weak. It's waiting for permission to be kind. Subscribe to the Mind Shift Out Lab for more stories that turn psychology into something you can feel, and come back next week, where we learn how to rebuild the relationship we have with our own voice.